Hey everyone, Sand Wyvern Kodiak, and I have with me the Molsect Mantle. So let's get into it, check it out. So to start with, you have these really nice dark matter gold carbon fiber inlays on here. Not typically a gold or yellow metal person when it comes to things I like, but I will say that this looks pretty cool against the all black. Their website says this is DLC on the handle and blade. I don't know, I'm not going to scratch it up to find out, but that's what it says here. Got a lot of hardware. I mean, you got 3 screws here, you got 3 screws here, you got a pivot. So, I mean, 6 screws plus a pivot on just the show side so far. You've got a hole for your lanyard. You've got a big, almost 2/3 distance titanium back spacer on here. Rear flipper, milled titanium pocket clip, lock bar relief cut here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have a lot of hardware on this side too. So there is a lot of hardware on this knife. I'll say that much. You know, I teach their own on that, I guess. I don't know if it bothers any of you, but it just seems like an awful lot of hardware here. And then interesting way that they did the screws here with these little like frog eye bumps on the spine over here on the chamfers next to the spine. Just different, that's all. Don't know if that's going to be a bother or not yet. So let's open this thing up. You have a DLC blade. It comes in S35 VN drop point, nice swedge on it, flat grind on the blade, flicking home, a little bit of an upsweep right here with some jimping on it, and it's pretty nice. It's a nice looking profile, that's for sure. So let's do some specs on this real quick. We have a 7.78 inch overall knife, 3.247 inches on the blade, and the weight is 5.313 ounces. Putting this up next to a Demko AD 20.5, and then you have it next to a Demko Shark Cub. And you can see that it is bigger than both, but it is not a massive knife, so it's not a heck of a lot bigger, probably 1/4 of an inch or so bigger than the 80-20.5. And then we will look at it next to a Benchmade bug out, and we will look at it next to a Kaiser drop bear. So you can see it is bigger than both of those as well, a little bit bigger than both of them compared to the other 2 knives. So anyhow, action on this is going to be on bearings. So let's see how it goes here. Not bad, a few shakes. There's a little bit of oil there. Hang on one second, let me clear that off real quick. All right. So reverse flick, that's good. Rear flipper is good. Ooh, that action can drop, huh? Front flipper works pretty good though if it was a little bit higher, because it does sit a little low, but if it sat a little higher, it would be incredible. That being said, it's still not terrible. It's just, it could be better. That's all I'm saying. But action on this thing is pretty nice. You hear that sound? I'm going to be quiet for a sec. This thing smacks when it comes out. Yeah, this thing has a loud sound to it. Whacks real good. So, I dig that acoustics on that. Pretty cool, for sure. Action on this thing is really, really nice. So, let's check out the ergos on this thing. Ergos in hand, I've got double XL hands, 4-finger grip, choke back right here. I have no problems. I've got plenty of space on the handle. It is a big handle. It's like a blocky handle. Width on this thing is very, very wide. It's a fat handled knife. So it's definitely substantial in the hand. Not uncomfortable necessarily. Just feels like you're holding something much bulkier than what this knife really is. So not terrible though, but decently comfortable. And then you have a nice little choil spot right here, choke up. Right here, this is home sweet home for me. So I can get in here really nice and do some power cutting. And again, comfortable, but this handle is pretty blocky. Though I will say in the choked up position, these bumps actually get in my palm and make it a little uncomfortable. They're not hot spots in this position now. They're going to be hot spots if I was working for 20 or 30 minutes with this knife. I think they would become a hot spot. So for what it's worth, I think it's something you all need to put in your hands, because ergos are just so individualized, and I don't think that just taking any content creator's word for how their ergos are is the best method. I think you always need to kind of put it in your own hand and feel it for yourselves. But the jimping on this is really nice. It's good jimping. It's not slick or anything like that. So it's got a good spot. This little up sweep right here gives me a nice little spot to lock into. And then again, I can choke up and go way out on that blade here and get behind this edge really nicely. So they did a good job with that on the ergos here. Just that one little thing here, these things are turning out to be questionable. These little bump outs for the screws. So let's check the pocket clip on this thing. So we'll grab our test pants and we'll give it a go here. So for those of you new to the channel, I'm going to take the knife, put it in the pocket, see how easy it is to get this pocket clip to slide in, how good the retention is on this pocket clip, and how easy it slides out, as well as any long-term damage or fraying it does to the edges and seams of the pocket. So let's take a look at this first here, and we can see that it has a decent elongated ramp. It's got some spring to it. I think that this pocket clip will be fine. The only question is going to be whether or not this lock bar relief cut is going to come into play. It's got a very sharp edge to it. It is not chamfered or softened over here, so when you're pushing in here, I'm just wondering whether or not any fabric's going to get caught in there or not. But other than that, pocket clip on this thing looks like it's probably going to work pretty good. So let's see what happens. We're in position here, and a little pressure, pops right over the top. No, we're good. We're good here. That went over the top without a problem. So we're sticking out of the pocket roughly 1/4 of an inch or so here. So just really from above the screw hole to where you can see the edges right here. So a little bit, nothing terrible. It's not deep carry, but it's deep enough in my opinion. I don't think it's obnoxious or anything. The retention on this is very, very good. It's holding itself just fine. I'm moving the pants, but the knife is staying still in there. So let's see how it comes out. Coming out is fine as well. It's a good pocket clip. It's a very, very good pocket clip, honestly. I have no issues with this pocket clip at all. I think they did a good job with the pocket clip. So I was a little bit concerned with that lock bar relief cut being the way it is. It's very, very deep and it's sharp edged. So it's possible that it could get caught up. And you know what? If you're going to put these in basketball shorts or sweatpants or something like that, you may still have that issue. But in medium thickness jeans, didn't have an issue right there. So anyhow, let's talk about the things I don't like on this knife. Well, there's not a lot that I don't like about this knife. I think the handle is a bit heavy. Not heavy like weight, I'm talking about fat. Like, I think it's just a bit wide. I think if they thin the profile out, and I'm not sure, maybe you all like a big chunky handle, but this thing is just a wee bit thicker than I would prefer for myself. Doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it, not usable or anything like that. That is a personal preference thing, but that is a chunky handle on this thing. And then these little fish eyes where these screws are here, I don't like them. I think that they should have inset these screws somehow or something. I'm not sure what they would have done here, but the way they have these screws out here, these are creating hot spots when you choke up. And maybe for some of you, if you're in this position, maybe it'll wind up being uncomfortable for you there in the back position. For me, it's in the choked up position right here. I can feel these things poking me. So they're not comfortable, and I know that they will create a tender spot on the hand in long-term use for me. I can feel that already. So those are the two big things that I could think of. If we're really gonna nitpick, I would say if the front flipper was just a smidge higher, a couple millimeters just to get it up, just like that, it would have been, the angle on this thing would have been outstanding. If the front flipper works good, it could have worked great. That's where I'm getting at with that. It's not really a knock on the knife per se, but I'm just going to point out all the little things here, and devil's in the details, they say, right? So that is my review of this knife. There's nothing else here I really don't like. I think the knife is pretty nice looking. I think it's got great action and good premium materials, but those few little things for me make it more of a creature comfort thing than anything else. So let me know what you think. Do you have a Molsect knife or have any experience with them? I know they used to be kind of budgety, and they've relaunched with some really nice stuff. So I'm impressed. Call me impressed right now. They've got a nice quality knife here. Few little things that I'd adjust, but nothing mechanically wrong with this knife. So give me a comment. Let me know. Love to hear your thoughts. And then if you aren't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel for us. We're trying to get there to 1,000. We've got a nice giveaway planned. So if you aren't subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that. If you are not doing anything Wednesday nights, we go live on YouTube. That's Live in the Dragon's Lair, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have guests, we hang out, we talk knives, design, EDC, all that kind of good stuff. We have a lot of fun, so be part of the community, come out, hang out. We'd love to have you. Join our Instagram at Wyvern Kodiak. We're coming up on 2,000 followers on Instagram, so go over there and check that out. We appreciate you over there as well. And then our website is up and running, wyvernkodiak.com. Go there, sign up for the newsletter, stay informed all things Wyvern Kodiak, including our knife drops and merchandise ads. We've got some shirts and hanks up for sale right now, so if you're interested in those, check those out. And yeah, we'd appreciate it. But anyhow, I hope everybody enjoyed this video, and yeah, let me know what you think. Have a great day, everyone.